We are following breaking news right now. There is a heavy police presence at Town Square. Fox 5 is working to confirm what's happening there, but witnesses tell us several businesses are on lockdown. Fox 5's Eric Hilt is there with what we know. Eric, what are you seeing right now?
Now, Faith, we're on the west side of Town Square near GameWorks and the AMC movie theater, and I want to give you a look at what we're seeing right now. Still a large police presence right now outside of GameWorks. Again, we do not have anything confirmed right now, and we are hearing rumors, but I don't want to report on those right now. I did speak to some witnesses who were in the movie theater and in GameWorks. They said it was a chaotic scene earlier tonight. There were people running around. There were people running back into businesses, and many of those businesses, like the movie theater and GameWorks, went on lockdown with customers staying inside of the shops. In fact, about 10 minutes ago, we saw people being released from some of those shops. Other people still on lockdown in places like the movie theater with family members waiting outside. But they said it was a chaotic scene, a confusing scene, as police rushed to the scene and have this heavy police presence here at Town Square. Now, it has thinned out. Things have calmed down here at Town Square within the last 30 minutes. We've seen Metro police cruisers leaving. We've seen a lot of the visitors, the customers here at Town Square, starting to leave, and as they are released from these businesses. So things have calmed down. In other parts of Town Square, things are seemingly normal. When we drove in on the east side, there were people walking around, a very small police presence. But here at GameWorks and near the AMC movie theater, a large police presence still, as they're trying to wrap up what we've seen tonight. And I will also say, when we were up a little closer to the GameWorks, where you see those police and lights right now, we did see one person in handcuffs on a police car detained by those Metro police officers. We don't know what that is in relation to or if that is an arrest, but police had detained at least one person here at Town Square. Reporting live, Eric Hill, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
All right, Eric, thank you for that update. We will check back in with you in just a little bit. A pair of witnesses told us they were in a movie at that AMC theater. They were pulled out and they were in lockdown in the lobby. They said they weren't getting any information, but we did hear from some witnesses inside the theater just about 10 minutes ago. They're saying that the theater staff is moving everyone from the lobby into individual theaters where they will be released by the theater. Now, those witnesses said the theater staff told them that the situation is clear. Again, this is a live look right now outside Town Square. You can see several police cars out there. Fox 5's Shernay Amara was also inside the movie theater. She was enjoying a night off, and she told us that they actually stopped the movie she was watching. You can see that is her tweet right there. That was the first time she tweeted out and said that she was also part of that lockdown, that the usher came into the movie theater and told people that there was a possible shooter outside. Now, of course, that was not confirmed by police. This is the video that she took from inside the theater.
They're giving out passes to folks.
Now, Shernay also tweeted just a few minutes ago that they are being released by the theater and that the theater is closing for the rest of the day. Shernay also says that the usher said that there was no actual shooting and that there was an altercation downstairs. Someone had a gun on them, it dropped and went off. Now, that's what Shernay Amara, our Fox 5 journalist, is tweeting. She was off for the night. She was inside that theater, and that is what she's experiencing. She said that the situation is now clear. Now, we do want to talk to a witness who is inside the theater. Hi, can you hear us right now?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Hi, Alec. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing and what you experienced so far tonight.
So me and my wife were watching a movie. Once our movie ended, we were walking out of the actual theater room, and when we walked out, we had a couple people say, "We're on a lockdown due to an active shooter." So we took cover in a little cove. At that time, we were in that little cove. We had people running and screaming towards us, saying, couldn't understand what they're saying, but they're running and screaming towards us. So we ran and took cover in a theater. And at that time, we were sitting in the theater. They had an usher come in and say that there was an active shooter but at this time we are in a full lockdown. And then about 10 minutes went by, and the usher came back in and said, there's no more active shooter. A gun was found, and due to an altercation, someone lost possession of their gun, and it turned into people saying it was an active shooter.
Okay. And Alec, are you still inside the theater right now?
I am actually. Me and my wife are just now walking out. They're just released us. We're walking out right now.
Okay, so they're letting everybody go then.
Yes, the theater said they're closed for the rest of the night. They are letting people out, and they said it is safe to go outside.
Okay. Alec, thank you so much for sharing with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too. Thank you. All right, we do have team coverage on this breaking news right now. We're going to go to Fox 5's Cindy Lundenberg, who is also at the scene. Cindy?
Yeah, Faith, just to give you an idea where we are, we're on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset. The Welcome to Las Vegas sign is over there, and then Town Square is behind me. When I first arrived on scene, I saw ambulances and fire trucks and a lot of police presence, but since then, it's kind of tapered off. Now, I do want to talk to Eric. You were at Town Square when all of this was happening, so and you were near McFadden's, which is kind of near the movie theater, which we're talking about. So tell me what you saw, what you heard.
I was actually heading towards McFadden's. I wasn't really quite there yet. I was more kind of, closer to the outside, of the parking lot area. And as I was walking towards there, I saw people running, outside, outside of the parking lot towards Sunset. And someone stopped me and they were like, yeah, there's a shooting going on in the movie theater. So, it's probably best if you just, stay out. And I said, well, I got to meet my friend at McFadden's. We're supposed to meet up to have a couple drinks.
Right.
So
when you heard that there might have been an active shooting, what did you do? Did you run? Did you hide? What were you thinking?
When I heard that, I was kind of in disbelief, like, really? Is that really happening? And then, at this time, there was a lot of cop cars showing up, a lot of ambulances, fire trucks, helicopters in the sky. So I was like, yeah, something's probably going on. So I kind of, got out of the parking lot as best as I can and headed towards Sunset. And there's nothing here now, but earlier there was nothing but ambulances and fire trucks and cop
You
cars.
couldn't even get through.
Yeah, they were just lined up, and yeah, you couldn't even get through. You're right.
And it's just, thankfully, it seems like it wasn't an active shooter situation. We're still waiting to get all of the information, but just thinking that you might have been in that situation, I'm sure it was terrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. When it's happening, it's a lot crazier afterwards when you have time to digest it. Like when it's actually happening, you don't really know what to think. I didn't really know what to think. I was, nervous. Like, what should I do? And then my friend, he was still, in that area. So I was like, should I go look for him? Should I stay out here? So.
And then, Eric, what time was all of this happening? Because we got word of it at about 9:30ish. So what time were people running? What time was this?
I do apologize, but I was not keeping track of the time. If I had to guess, somewhere between 9 to 9:30.
But none of your friends were near the movie theater. Everyone seems to be okay. You guys all kind of hustled out of there.
Well, my friend JK, he was near the movie theater, McFadden's area, and he was actually, I was on the phone with him. I said, are you okay? And he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm in my car right now. They're actually evacuating people. He was saying that people were in there not even really panicking, as if nothing was even wrong. So he was telling me after a while they started evacuating people, hey, you guys got to go. There and Blue Martini.
Yeah. So, Eric, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that your friends are okay. And we're still working to get, thank you for talking to us, too.
No problem.
We're still working to get more information on exactly what happened. I know we were talking about Shernay Amara's tweets. If you look on Twitter, there's a lot of different versions of what happened tonight. Right now, we're still waiting for word from police on if the suspect was captured, what happened with that gun. But again, when we arrived here just before 10 o'clock, you couldn't even come up this way. It was completely blocked off. Police have since been leaving the area, but if you go inside Town Square, there's still a lot of police set up, different points throughout the mall. But like I said, when I first got here, ambulances were leaving and fire trucks were leaving. So hopefully that's a good sign that this isn't as scary as a situation as we initially thought when we first got here on scene. But Faith, I'm going to work, hopefully talk to some more of your friends, Eric, see if anyone was closer. Also try and find some people that might have been in that movie theater. As soon as we get more information, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Faith?
All right, and Cindy, it looks like traffic behind you is moving along just fine. Did you notice any road closures, or have you noticed any roads closed out there?
So I'm on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset. So when coming from the station, I was coming up Sunset, and you could not basically go across this intersection because police were blocking it off. It was basically blocked up to that next light leading into, if this way, sorry, Roger. Up here, this light, that's basically where police were blocking people. You could not get in or out of the mall. But right now, traffic is moving fine. There doesn't seem to be any more blocks by police, at least from where I'm standing. I know Eric Hilt's on the back side of the mall, so I don't know if he has a better view. But where I'm standing, Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset, traffic is moving just fine, and police have since removed the areas that they were blocking. Initially, people could not get up this way towards the mall, but it seems like everything is moving fine right now.
All right, Cindy, thank you. We will check back in with you in just a little bit. Now, we do have Fox 5's Shernay Amara on the phone right now. Shernay, you were inside the movie theater at Town Square enjoying a night off. Tell us what you saw inside there.
Yeah, so we were watching the movie, and about 9:30 is when the movie just paused, and everybody was confused because on top of that, we were watching The Purge. Of course, you understand what that movie's about. So at the point where, you start to get into the scarier parts of that movie, it stopped all of a sudden. People are confused. The usher walks in and says there was a possible active shooter outside. Obviously, that's a very scary situation. My first thought immediately turned to, I looked at, the exit of the movie theater, just making sure that no one would walk in. They had an usher standing in that area to make sure that the entire area was locked down. And then they, maybe 30 minutes may have gone by or something like that. And that's when they released everyone one by one. They gave everybody movie passes, comping them. And the usher came back in the theater and said to us, this is, again, I don't know, this is not officially from the police, but the usher came and said that there was an altercation at the GameWorks right underneath the AMC. And as I walked out of the theater, we recognized 3 people who were kind of I don't know if they're being detained or being questioned, that when we walked into the theater immediately, they were in a shoe store. And there seemed to have been some type of situation that happened right in that shoe store. So, and it's the same people that were sitting down with the police. So don't know exactly what's happening. But again, a lot of people were very, scared because this is Town Square. A lot of families come in this area. We saw strollers, people coming out with kids. Their parents panicked because they're trying to pick up their children from the AMC theater. Again, so not a whole lot of solid information, but just the atmosphere was very, very scary, especially hearing about a possible shooting when you're seeing inside of a theater.
Absolutely. And Shernay, how long ago did they let everybody finally leave the theater?
I don't know exactly. I did tweet it out right when we left, so I can double check. I believe it may have been just around 10 or just before 10. I'm not exactly sure. It says I tweeted that out about 20 minutes ago, so 9:53 that were released from the theater.
Okay. And are you seeing a lot of people now leave the mall area? Everyone's kind of going home?
Yeah, everybody's going home right now. As we were standing around, officers asked us to, start to leave the premises. We parked a little bit beyond where the area is taped off. I'm still actually sitting in the parking lot, so we are getting ready to head out right now. And again, people are starting to slowly clear out. A lot of people asking questions, still not sure, of course, what exactly happened and what led up to this situation.
I'm sure a very confusing and scary night for a lot of people. Shernay, we're glad you're okay, and thank you so much for talking to us and giving us that information. Again, we are still waiting for police to confirm exactly what happened at Town Square. You can see there are several police vehicles out there right now. We are being told that people are being able to now leave parts of the mall that were on lockdown. We are following this breaking news situation, and we will have more in just a little bit. We are going to be right back.
Dean Heller just doesn't get it.
He flip-flops on everything.
Heller said he wanted to keep the Affordable Health Care Act, but then he voted to repeal it.
He should have followed Governor Sandoval's lead on health care.
That would have been best for families like mine.
On Planned Parenthood, another flip-flop.
He said he supported funding for Planned Parenthood.
But he voted 9 times to defund it.
Which one is it, Senator Heller?
How can we have a senator who doesn't know where he stands?
SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's summertime, and the winning is easy. With Wheel of Fortune slots, big-time bonus summertime prizes. Same great jackpots, now with all new bonus prizes. Jackpots start at $10,000 and must hit by 20 grand. That means one cash jackpot winner, one luxury prize winner, and free slot play for everybody else. The Wheel of Fortune slots, big-time bonus summertime prizes. Only at Station Casinos, Fiestas, and Palms.
Politicians are always making promises. One of their favorites? I'll cut waste. Too often, they let us down. Adam Laxalt is different. Adam Laxalt pledged to make the Office of Attorney General more efficient, do more, and spend less. And that's exactly what he did, returning millions of dollars to our state, saving taxpayers money, doing what he said he'd do. He's Adam Laxalt, and he's getting the job done. Freedom Partners Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This is the Nelson family.
Wi-Fi's good.
And their panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Connected here.
They're helping us demonstrate the speed and coverage of its super fast signal.
Here it comes.
It covers every device and every inch of their home.
He's coming back up.
And with extenders, every room is connected. Cover every corner of your home with super fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
At ABC Hyundai, the #1 Hyundai dealership in Nevada, we are the Hyundai Kona headquarters. The Hyundai Kona. It's the perfect SUV for this big world. The Kona is loaded with all sorts of tech and safety features and America's best warranty, so you'll be ready to conquer the world. Right now, exclusively at ABC Hyundai, drive home in style in an all-new Kona for just $139 a month. It's only at ABC Hyundai, #1 in Nevada for a reason.
Fox 5 News is sponsored by Curacao, where you can find easy credit and the best brands. Now, Fox 5 weather 24/7.
Our first taste of the summer monsoon is arriving tonight. You can feel that southerly wind picking up around the valley. You can feel the moisture in the air, that humidity, and also some clouds drifting in out of the south today. We're going to see a lot more of these as we go through the weekend and next week. We're opening the gates for that moisture to come in. Satellite radar, no showers or storms right around the Las Vegas Valley, but we have seen some blossom over Mojave County, Arizona, some gusty outflow winds from these storms around Lake Mead earlier, and some thunderstorms down near Lake Havasu City this afternoon and early evening. Those have started to wind down at least tonight. Now tomorrow, Sunday, much of next week, we're going to stay in this pattern, so this humidity you're starting to feel pick up as those winds are gusting near 30 right now in Henderson. It's going to be sticking with us through the weekend. So some of the strongest wind, again, coming out of the south across the valley. Certainly a breeze you can feel outside. And we also made it to 112 today. That was an excessive heat warning earlier we had in effect. That excessive heat warning has been allowed to expire, but we're still sitting at 104 for the 10 o'clock hour. And with the relative humidity and the dew point temperature on the rise, that's an indication that more moisture is in the air. Temperatures are not going to fall much tonight. This is where we bottom out tomorrow morning. We're barely touching 80s in Las Vegas tomorrow morning, down to 89, 86 in Mesquite, and 91 tomorrow morning in Laughlin. It's going to be a warm day, not as hot as that 112 we saw today, but still triple-digit heat. And then you factor in that humidity, it's going to feel a bit warmer than that 104, 105 we're looking at tomorrow afternoon. So I want to white out the view. You can see the clouds rolling in out of the southeast. Really, this is our first taste of the summer monsoon, and all the monsoon is a reversal of the wind. Instead of seeing that wind coming out of the west, we're seeing more of a southeasterly component to the wind, and that opens up the gates for the humidity and that moisture that will stick with us through the weekend and much of next week. So as far as showers and storms go, we have the opportunity around the valley this weekend. Most of them will be favored over our local mountains. So we'll take you into 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Some showers possible south of Las Vegas toward Laughlin into Mojave County, Arizona. Then during the afternoon hours, when we get the heating of the day, we'll start to see those showers and storms blossom mainly over our local mountains. We'll have to keep an eye to the sky. Could see a pop-up shower or storm even around the lower elevations of the valleys around southern Nevada. Into Sunday afternoon, some pop-up showers once again. So if you have outdoor plans this weekend, by no means will this be a washout rain, but you will be feeling the humidity, and you'll see some clouds certainly billowing up over our local mountains as some storms do fire up. And even though a thunderstorm may be 10, 20 miles away from you up over the mountains, we can sometimes get the outflow winds from them. So certainly that's another thing we have to keep an eye on, especially if you plan on getting on Lake Mead this weekend. Some erratic winds are possible as those storms fire up. As far as the high temperature tomorrow, 105 the forecast high with that humidity. We'll go to 106 on Sunday. We keep the humidity going for the next 7 days. Temperatures back off a little bit by Thursday, Friday with upper 90s, but every day has the chance of some thunderstorms, mainly over our mountains, with some isolated chances in the lower elevations. Fox 5 News at 10 will continue right after this break.
The Wheel of Fortune Big Time Bonus now has new summertime prizes. That means one jackpot winner, one new prize winner, and free slot play for everyone else every time it hits. At all station casinos, Fiestas, and Palms.
Fox 5 and our Take 5 to Care partners are teaming up with the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation to send more kids to Camp Cartwheel.
Probably the most amazing place.
I love Camp Cartwheel! With a small donation, you can turn a patient into a camper so they can swim, dance, and just be a kid. Visit fox5vegas.com and donate today. Take 5 to Care is sponsored by Subaru of Las Vegas, Desert Springs, and Henderson Hospital.
Thank you, Las Vegas.
Triple-digit temps have never been so cool.
That's because every time we hit 100 degrees or more, Ford Country will donate $100 to Grant-A-Gift Autism Foundation. Grant-A-Gift's on a mission to assist Southern Nevada families master autism through support services, vocational training, and more.
How much can we raise when the heat is on?
Find out. Watch Fox 5 News to see donations rise and lives change.
To learn more about the Heat Is On partnership, visit fox5vegas.com.
What about him?
I know.
Let's do it.
These winding roads will lead me home to you.
This summer, add a new member to the family at the Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Lease the GLC 300 for $429 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
The Four have fought hard to stay in the game.
I'm proud of you guys. Y'all looking good.
But the challengers want their seats.
He's coming for you. Are you ready?
I stay ready, so I don't gotta get ready.
Now, the Four will all have to do battle.
Enough with the long talking. It's challenge time.
And someone will lose their seat.
You were the strongest challenger she had. This is a real close one.
The Four battle for stardom. All new Thursday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Love is more important than anything else.
Be there for each other. Love each other.
It gets me so happy that people actually care about really hardworking people.
He has no idea what's coming.
So ready for this.
Oh my God, they're here.
Hi, I'm Milton. You're going to pay for your groceries.
Oh my goodness.
I never expected that in a million years.
The time of my life today.
Thank you.
This is for you.
You're the best thing that came into my life.
We got $200 in groceries for us.
This is really a gift from heaven.
just a regular person, just doing the regular thing, you know? Oh my God.
We never got so much help before.
It's surprising to know that there is people out there that actually care for us.
Fox 5 Weather is sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
We are continuing to follow breaking news. An incident at Town Square led to a heavy police presence. This is a live look at the scene right now. We are hearing from Metro Police right now, who are telling us that reports of an active shooter are false. Police are saying that there was only confirmation of a fight. Police say no gunshots are confirmed and no injuries. Metro Police also say there is no confirmation that anyone had a gun. Police tell us that false claims of an active shooter are what led to a large police response right here at Town Square. Now, people who were at Town Square and who were put on lockdown inside the movie theater and some businesses were telling us about a half hour ago that they were being let out of the mall and let out of those businesses, and things are starting to calm down there right now. We do have a witness on the line, Nick. Nick, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Nick, tell us, where were you and what did you see tonight?
So a friend of mine were just in the movie theater at the time, and the movie was playing, and just during the middle of the film, theater staff came in, young man came in and just let us know that there is a threat and that we need to stay where we were, and that we needed to come out into the hallway. It was the first instruction that we came out into the hallway, and when we did, you know, people were definitely nervous, but as we exited out, it seemed calm enough. We didn't hear anything, and everybody just kind of got very quiet. And when we exited, you know, our first instinct was to exit out the doors, but we were told to stay in, which I think also, you know, let us all feel a little bit more calm that we started to figure that the threat must not be immediate, but then we did hear some screaming. I think some people in our group were starting to just feel the intensity of the situation, and so there was a scream amongst us, which definitely set more of a panic around the whole room, and we started exiting the doors and just more screaming. And so for a minute there, for about 30 seconds or so, like, there was a definite panic, definite shock, but it was all kind of just from the tension of the feeling. And so we all were ushered back in and kept inside for probably about 30 minutes, it felt like.
Okay, I'm sure a very scary experience for you and a lot of people inside. Are you still at Town Square right now?
No, they did let us go. So, like, they told us to exit, and when we did exit, you know, we came out, and it was, you know, fairly empty, but also very calm, and it seemed, you know, there was still people around walking with no sense of urgency, so it definitely felt like, you know, it's really easy to kind of get very, very worked up in that small space where you're feeling trapped. And so we had no real idea of what was going on, and the fear, and also just being in a movie theater, just all those, you know, ideas start coming to your mind, and the fear starts building, especially in this small space. So as soon as we exited, it seemed that everything was contained. We didn't really even notice a police presence or anything. So it seemed that whatever had gone on was definitely over, and so everybody just was walking very calmly to their cars. And yeah, I'm home now, and I think most of us are.
All right, well, I'm glad you're home safe now. And you said it was about 30 minutes you guys were on lockdown. Not incredibly long. Did the theater staff and everybody you talked to, did they do a pretty good job of keeping you guys calm and informing you of what was going on as they learned what was happening?
That was what I can say the most of, like, from this experience. What's striking me now is how well they handled it, how well, I mean, and these are young people for the most part, and they were all so calm and collected and communicating well with each other and with us in ways to make us all feel relaxed and like we were informed, even though they were still receiving information. So it was handled extremely well. We all felt very safe in the hands of the staff there, so I can't say enough about that.
All right, good to hear. And Nick, glad again that you are doing well and you're home safe tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Fox 5 does have team coverage right now at the scene at Town Square. We're going to go live now to Fox 5's Cindy Lundenberg. Cindy, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing now.
Well, Faith, when I first arrived, so just before 10 o'clock, part of Sunset was shut down. There was a huge, heavy police presence. But we did just get word from Metro Police, and there's some misinformation that is going around on social media, so we want to make sure to get you the correct information. So from Metro Police, some call went out that there was an active shooter. This was absolutely false. There was some sort of a fight, but Metro Police says they haven't even recovered a gun. I was just talking about that heavy police presence I was seeing. Metro says so many people responded because of all the false reports of an active shooter. So again, they say there was no active shooter. There was maybe some sort of a fight, and they said they haven't even recovered any sort of a gun. So again, the false claim is what led to a large police response. Now, I know right now Metro Police is briefing Eric Hilt on more details on exactly what happened, but just before 10 o'clock when I arrived on scene, there was some traffic and there was some backup, especially along Sunset, because behind me is Town Square. So all this traffic that was trying to come down Sunset, they were getting stopped and they were getting diverted because police had basically the entrances of Town Square blocked off. But shortly after, I mean, I would say just before maybe like 10:05, I just saw police cars leaving the scene, which was very reassuring that this was not as serious of a situation as was initially reported. So again, if you go on social media, if you look at Twitter, even Facebook, there's a lot of misinformation that is going around right now, and we want to make sure that the correct information is out there. We have no confirmed reports of an active shooter. Right now, police are saying it was some sort of a fight. And they said, so it was some sort of a fight. They said they haven't even recovered a gun. So we're working to talk to more witnesses. And like I said, Fox 5's Eric Hilt is across the way at Town Square, the Guitar Center there, talking to Metro Police and getting more updated information. So hopefully we hear from him soon so we can have even more information on exactly what happened. Faith?
Cindy, thank you for that update. We're going to be right back.
Fox Wednesday, it's Gordon's biggest challenge yet.
This restaurant is owned by a pair of Nimrods.
The Nimrod family.
The meat is stinking.
But their kitchen is no laughing matter.
The smell in here. What is this? I'm not even sure if you're fit to run a restaurant.
Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back, all new Wednesday on Fox.
Pick up. El Diablo. Angus beef. Jalapeno. Cheesy poppers. Habanero. Bacon sauce.
It's the El Diablo Thick Burger. Answer the call of Carl.
The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent. Room for up to 8 passengers. Choice of second-row captain's chairs or bench seating. Standard EyeSight driver assist technology. Coming from Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. Love is now bigger than ever. Test drive the all-new 2019 Subaru Ascent and experience stress-free buying and non-commission sales. SubaruLasVegas.com.
2 new ways to win. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in July at Station Casinos. First, get a pull tab and reveal your guaranteed prize. Win slot play, staycations, and up to 10 grand. Every pull tab wins, guaranteed. Second way to win. Play the free summertime kiosk game every weekend. And come back Tuesday to win up to 1,000,000 points. Get guaranteed winnings with 2 new ways to win. Only at Station Casinos. Why would you play anywhere else?
At ABC Hyundai, the #1 Hyundai dealership in Nevada, we are the Hyundai Kona headquarters. The Hyundai Kona. It's the perfect SUV for this big world. The Kona is loaded with all sorts of tech and safety features and America's best warranty, so you'll be ready to conquer the world. Right now, exclusively at ABC Hyundai, drive home in style in an all-new Kona for just $139 a month. It's only at ABC Hyundai, #1 in Nevada for a reason.
Coming up on People Now this weekend, the most over-the-top star-studded vacations may not be out of reach. Find out how you can vacation in the exact same space as Julianne Hough, and you don't need a celebrity-sized wallet. We are showing you how to vacation like Lady Gaga. Find out how you can rent the exact same getaway the singer stayed in for a song. You do not want to miss it.
People Now, Sunday at 4, only on Fox 5.
The Carl's Jr. California Classic Combo is just $4.99. That's a double meat, double cheese, charbroiled banger. Plus fries and your drink. The $4.99 California Classic Combo.
Answer the call, Carl's.
Closed captioning on Fox 5, sponsored by Ed Bernstein.
Enough said. Call in.
This is Fox 5 News at 10, local, Las Vegas.
We're continuing to follow breaking news at Town Square. This is a live look at the scene right now. Police tell us that they do confirm there was a fight at Town Square tonight, but they do say false reports of an active shooter are what led to this very heavy police presence. We are waiting on a briefing from Metro Police, and of course we will bring you new details as soon as we learn them. Right now we do have a Fox 5 producer, Kristen Kidman, on the phone. Kristen was at Town Square tonight enjoying a night off as well. And Kristen, you were also on lockdown at a business there. Tell me, what did you see tonight?
Hey guys, so my friend and I were at Tino's Palette tonight, just painting a Golden Night picture in the Las Vegas skyline. And at one point, the lights started flickering. They started going off and on. And we were like, is the power going out? What's going on? And then we saw the people running the class just kind of get together and whispering, and then they turned off all the lights and asked us to move to the back of the building. So there was a lot of confusion, and that's what we did. We all walked back, and they turned the lights off, and we just kind of hid in this little hallway area in the back. And we stayed there for quite some time, and we had no idea what was going on. We heard people say there was a shooter. We heard people say there was someone with a gun. There were people crying. It was pretty upsetting.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of confusion. Kristen, how long were you on lockdown for, would you say?
I would say maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. It felt so long.
Okay. Are you home safe now?
I'm about to be.
Okay, that's good news.
I actually just left, so.
Very good news. I'm sure, though, a very confusing, scary night for a lot of people, including yourself. You said people were pretty terrified, right?
They were. There were people crying, people were very upset, just not knowing what's going on. And, you know, people would say, like, Mandalay Bay is right there, and, you know, people kept referencing 1 October, and it's too soon, and how can there be something else like this going on? And just not knowing, I think, was the biggest part. And, you know, you never think that you'd have to, like, hide during a paint class, but that's what we had to do. And
yeah, absolutely, a very chaotic night. Kristen, thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks. Well, we will continue to follow that breaking news at Town Square and, of course, give you any updates as soon as we learn more. Stephen Paddock was not the first person to transport and stockpile guns inside the Mandalay Bay. For the first time, Fox 5 is learning that police investigated a similar case 3 years before the 1 October shooting. Fox 5's Adam Herbets shows us what happened and why this could have a big impact in the lawsuits against MGM.
This is still the video that haunts the families of the 58 victims of the 1 October shooting. MGM employees laughing with Stephen Paddock as they lead him on a private elevator, helping him transport his stockpile of weapons up to the 32nd floor.
They took a very, very hard stance that, you know, this event was totally unforeseeable to them.
Attorney Robert Eglett, representing many of the victims, says he just found out this man on November 29th, 2014, should have gotten MGM to open its eyes.
I don't think I was so much surprised as I was kind of stunned.
Kai Aaron Dunbar from Bakersfield was a convicted felon who got caught by a housekeeper with an assortment of semi-automatic weapons in his room on the 24th floor. One of the scoped rifles was pointed out the window towards the Las Vegas Strip.
Whether the guy intended to shoot or not is not relevant. Mandalay Bay and the MGM was clearly on notice. Hey, we got a problem.
Dunbar said he was with his wife on vacation to go target shooting, but admits he should have never had a gun.
We are entitled to this information. Why didn't Mandalay Bay and MGM improve their screening?
Brian Claypool is an attorney and a 1 October survivor.
I mean, this is very disappointing for many victims who contacted me today.
He says this case should have been public knowledge from the beginning, and this time it's as if security got even worse because the housekeepers never found anything wrong with Paddock.
Their security measures were woefully insufficient. To suggest that somehow they could never anticipate that anything like this could have happened is just nonsense. Yeah, clearly, they knew.
A judge says 2 Nevada homes owned by Stephen Paddock can be sold. The families of the 58 victims would receive the proceeds from those sales. On Thursday, a judge cleared the way for Paddock's homes in Mesquite and Reno to be listed. He did not leave a will. Paddock's mother waived her interest in his estate back in March. She directed the assets to be distributed to victims. The homes will be listed until July 23rd. A judge will then approve the highest bid. Another hearing in September will settle whether Paddock's car, weapons, and money in his bank account will be sold or distributed. Nevada prison officials have now released more information about the drug they'll use in next week's execution of an inmate. Officials plan to use midazolam in Scott Dozier's lethal injection next week. They say it was purchased in May from the state's regular pharmaceutical distributor, Cardinal Health. The drug has been blamed for problems in executions in several other states. The drug's manufacturer says it opposes its use in executions. This is Nevada's first execution since 2006. We are officially in monsoon season, and some of the monsoon moisture is on the way this weekend. Fox 5's Eric Hilt has more on how experts say you need to be prepared.
Even though today was filled with sunshine and clear skies, it's Las Vegas in July, and that means the weather can turn in an instant.
It can happen in a matter of minutes.
In southern Nevada, monsoon season started in mid-June, and this weekend, we have the chance to get our first taste of that monsoon moisture.
We're always monitoring our rain gauges.
Beatriz Martinez and other officials at the Regional Flood Control District have spent the last year getting ready for another summer monsoon season.
We finished almost a dozen projects in the past year.
Those projects span southern Nevada from Henderson to Centennial all the way out to Moapa.
The Regional Flood Control District constructs flood control facilities all year long, everything from channels, washes, detention bases.
But as the season starts and rain enters the forecast, their biggest job is getting everybody else ready too.
And we really ramp up our flash flood safety message to the public. The message is absolutely never ever drive through flooded streets. If a street or intersection is flooded, just go back, find another road you can go down. Also make sure your kids are aware of the dangers of playing in flood control facilities.
Trying to make sure everybody remembers.
Water always wins. Water beats your car.
Thursday Night Football. When it's on, it's on.
At times like these, you want more than a great lawyer. You want a whole team of them. Bertoldo, Baker, Carter, and Smith is a personal injury team with a proven track record and national recognition. But more than that, we're committed to treating you with integrity, compassion, and serious respect. Bertoldo, Baker, Carter, and Smith. What you want in personal injury attorneys.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevy for the first time. Now you can too during the Chevy 4th of July sales event. Now through July 9th, get 10 to 20% below MSRP on your favorite Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. That's over $6,700 on this Chevy Equinox. This 4th of July, discover why Chevy is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Question 3 would deregulate electricity in Nevada and lock this drastic change into our state constitution. 3 would dismantle our state's existing electric system and eliminate consumer protections that limit electric rate increases. In states that tried electricity deregulation schemes like Question 3, average residential rates are 30% higher than Nevada's, and California's overall rates are nearly double. For more facts about this risky and costly measure, visit noon3.com.
Few others on Earth can rival the strength of an ant relative to its size. Until now, the new 2018 GMC Terrain has arrived. Terrain, the powerful compact SUV from GMC.
Step up to GMC with 17% below MSRP on a Terrain Denali. That's over $7,300 below MSRP on this Terrain when you finance through GM Financial.
In this world, some people do bad things.
Make sure she gets in her plane, okay?
Some people set them straight. Hey, how you doing? I'm the Lyft driver. What you did to that young girl?
Knocked on the wrong door tonight, Pops.
Make sure I get a 5-star rating, Junior.
It's go time.
In life, what you become is your choice. We all gotta pay for our sins.
Look at you. Your father, your mama just didn't tell you.
The Equalizer 2, rated R.
When they strike, thunder echoes out for miles. Major League Baseball, Saturday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Check local listings.
We are continuing to follow the situation at Town Square. A heavy police presence there. Police did confirm to us that there was a fight, but they say any reports of a shooter or even anyone having a gun are false right now. They have not even confirmed that there was any gun at Town Square. We are waiting on an update from Metro Police and are expecting that to come in just a few minutes now. We are going to go now to a phone interview. We have Megan, I believe, on the line. Megan, you were at Town Square earlier tonight, correct?
Yes, I was.
Tell me, where were you and what did you experience tonight?
I was actually right at the Skechers store, which is right by that park. And I had actually heard 3 or 4 shots. And at first I thought it was just kids playing around, you know, Friday night. I saw a bunch of kids running out towards the park, and I just thought it was kids. And then I see a bunch of people running and people saying that there was a shooter at AMC, and it was just chaos from there. And I called 911 at right around 9:08, 9:09. And then the dispatcher told me that she was getting a bunch of other calls in almost right after I had called.
And what was going through your mind when all of this was happening?
Leave quickly.
So were you put on lockdown, or did you leave the mall before that happened?
We had left before they put it on lockdown, but they were telling everyone to please exit the area, get out of Town Square safely and quickly.
Okay. Are you home tonight now?
Yeah.
All right. Are you feeling okay?
No.
I know. I'm sure.
Not at all.
I'm sure a scary and chaotic experience. We are glad that you're home safe, Megan.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Once again, we do want to repeat that police have said that they have no confirmation of gunshots at Town Square tonight. They said they have no confirmation of any injuries or that anyone had a gun. Right now, police are only saying that there was a fight, and false reports of someone having a gun are the reason that there was such a big police presence there. We are again waiting on an update from Metro, and we'll bring that to you as soon as it starts.
Now, Fox 5 weather 24/7.
Well, a dramatic shift in the weather has occurred tonight. We've been seeing a dry heat so far this summer, but you can feel that moisture in the air tonight, and it's going to stick around through the weekend. So let's go right to the weekend in view. After 112 today, temperatures will technically be falling this weekend. We're at 105 tomorrow, 106 on Sunday, but with the added humidity, it's still going to feel hot outside, and the wind, we'll see a slight breeze, 10 to 20, but the thing is, any thunderstorms that form, even up in the mountains, can often bring sudden gusty outflow winds from them. So that's something we'll keep an eye on this weekend. And look at those overnight low temperatures, how high they are. That's the thing about humidity, keeps the temperatures up overnight, so we can't cool off quite as much during the overnight hours as we do with dry air in place. So let's look at the weekend outlook. This is what the sky is projected to look like tomorrow afternoon. So yes, certainly more cloud cover, some pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, mainly over our local mountains, but we can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm even popping up around the valley as we head into tomorrow. And as I mentioned, those winds, that will also be a concern, along with some possible rain, thunder, and lightning throughout the weekend. So when I went out to view, we did see some action over Mojave County, Arizona earlier. Some thunderstorms flaring up around Lake Havasu. Those have really started to wind down tonight. But as we head into tomorrow, we keep this humid air mass over us. And we certainly have the opportunity for some more of those thunderstorms around southern Nevada as well. So the wind, you might have noticed that breeze pick up out of the south this today, gusting near 30 in Henderson. We'll see temperatures fall very slowly this evening. Made it up to 112 this afternoon, sitting at 104 right now. Overnight lows tonight, mid to upper 80s, so not much relief from the heat with all this moisture in the air. I want to talk setup. It's high pressure that has moved closer to us. Clockwise winds around it, opening up the gates for that humidity and that moisture. So let's take a look at future track as we head into tomorrow morning. Some showers are possible 7 a.m., especially south and east of Las Vegas. Then into the afternoon, as we get the daytime heating, you can see those thunderstorms blossoming around the area. Not widespread rain this weekend, very hit and miss showers and storms, but that opportunity will be there through the weekend ahead. Over our high temperatures tomorrow, we fall back to 105 with the humidity though. 113 in Laughlin, 109 in Mesquite, and we'll go 106 degrees in Pahrump. Your Fox 5 7-day forecast, triple-digit heat with the humidity continuing over the next 7 days. Now, not every day is going to be a washout, but every day we have that potential for some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. You want to stay updated with the forecast over the next week. Temperatures fall back a little bit by Thursday, Friday with upper 90s. Every time we're in the triple digits this summer, Ford Country donates $100 to Grant to Gift Autism Foundation. We're up to $3,200 so far this year. Faith will send it back to you.
We want to go live to Town Square, where Metro is briefing the media on the situation at Town Square right now. Let's listen in.
My name is Lieutenant Dave Sims. That's S-I-M-S. I'm the night watch commander for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm going to brief you tonight on a call of a shooting that we had in the Town Square area. First and foremost, it's important, I'd like all your viewers to know that the initial calls of a shooting or an active shooter were inaccurate. There were no shots fired. There was no active shooter, and the area is safe. So the details of the call at approximately 9:12 p.m. this evening, we received reports of a shooting at the GameWorks area, Town Square. This came from multiple people reporting. Our officers responded, and we locked down the area very quickly. Our preliminary investigation has found that there were two young juveniles that had met in the GameWorks area to have a fight. During this confrontation inside of the business, one of the members involved in this fight had pulled a handgun. Again, there was no shots fired, but this handgun was seen by multiple people, and it appears that it escalated from there from the number of calls that we received. Again, our investigation has found that there were no shots fired. We have no victims of any violent acts as it sits right now. We do have several people in custody. We do have one outstanding subject. That person has been identified, and our detectives are on scene, and we're going to be actively attempting to go locate that person. That's all the information I have at this point on this call. But again, I do want all the viewers to know that the area is safe. There is no danger, and we did not have an active shooter tonight down at Town Square.
Did you find a gun, or is that the person you're looking for?
Yes, sir. We did find a gun at the scene, the handgun. It appears that it was thrown on the floor. The business is empty at this point. Our officers are on scene, and we've recovered that firearm.
Could you talk about the police response here tonight, a pretty large response to Town Square?
Yes, sir. We have to, when we receive the preliminary information from the people calling in that is an active shooter, we do have a very rapid and practiced response. This is something that our department not only practices internally, but also with our brother and sister agencies in Nevada. So you did see a pretty large response of police officers to this area. We do everything that we can to contain the area, to start our evacuations and get people out, which is exactly what we did. This is why I believe that we had as many callers as we did tonight. But we react in that kind of a way based on the information we have at the time.
Was anybody injured running or in the fight?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of. We haven't received any reports of any injuries related to this incident.
You said juveniles. Do you know how? Can you give us an age range on how old these?
They're young teens. I don't have their exact ages, but I do know they were young teens.
And there was 2 of them that were involved in the fight.
Correct. Our preliminary information, there was 2 that had met up here to have a fight, and they had friends with them. So there's multiple people involved in this, and we have several of them in custody as we speak.
And what about all the people on social media who swear up and down they heard shots fired? Was it fireworks, maybe?
It could be. I'm guessing at this point. I don't have that information. It's not uncommon when we respond to calls like this, where a gun is seen and people start yelling that in the crowd, that it can escalate based on what people are hearing or seeing. So, again, this is very early in the investigation. Our detectives are interviewing the people that we have in custody as well as witnesses. But the information that we have at this time, again, there were no shots fired, and we certainly did not have an active shooter.
Do we anticipate any arrests in this event tonight?
We do have probable cause for several charges at this point. And again, we do have the main subject that is outstanding right now that we've identified, and we're going to be actively looking for that person.
Is that the person who brought the gun, or you believe brought the gun?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Anything else that you wanted to add, Lieutenant, about this guy?
No, sir. Again, thank you for the support and getting the message out to make sure that our community is safe. I appreciate your help.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any idea what the cost is of this? Because we actually saw this at the Boulevard Mall where people got very scared, and we have that response, and we're so grateful to have that response. What is the cost when you see so many officers in your chopper go up, if you know?
I don't know the cost, ma'am. Everybody you saw out here tonight were on-duty units that were in the valley. So, again, this is something that we practice. And if we have to have a large response in response to a call like this, there are steps that we take. So it wasn't like we had to call people in for off-duty or anything like that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And just last thing, so as part of the police response, were they locking down businesses in the area and telling people to stay inside?
Yes, sir. Depending on the situation and the exact business or its proximity to where we believe there might be the potential for danger, we may ask people to shelter in place. Or if we can safely escort them out, we will also do that. So a lot of it depends on the tactics and the location of where those people are going to be located.
And, how quickly...
That is our update from Metro Police. They did tell us that there was a fight at GameWorks at Town Square. They said it was between 2 teenagers. One of them pulled out a gun, but no shots were fired. Police say there is no danger to the area. They are working to control the situation, and things are calm there right now. We are continuing to monitor the situation at Town Square, and we'll have more at 11.